Hello students, good morning. Welcome back after the holiday vacation. We are continuing with the chapter calorimetry. We will be still doing the numericals. We have done a number of numericals. Now we are doing here question number 10. Question number 10, bit lengthy question. Let me read out the question first and then we will write whatever is given. 45 gram of water at 50 degrees Celsius in a beaker is cooled when 50 gram of copper at 18 degrees Celsius is added to it. The contents are stirred till a final constant temperature is reached. Calculate the final temperature. So we have to find out here final temperature. So let's start. Water, here we can consider as a hot body because its initial temperature is more. Here copper, we can consider this one as cold body because its initial temperature is less. Mass is given here 45 gram. T1 is here, initial temperature here 50 degree Celsius. Mass of copper is given here 50 gram. Initial temperature here 18 degree Celsius. SHC is given here 4.2 joule gram inverse Kelvin inverse, and here SHC is given for copper 0.39 joule gram inverse Kelvin inverse. So this is the question given. We have to find out the final temperature. Let the final temperature be T2. Let the final temperature be T2 degree Celsius. So here T1 is 50 degrees Celsius, T1 here 18 degrees Celsius, final temperature T2 degrees Celsius. Sure, hot water will lose heat and cold body means copper will gain heat. So here we can say therefore fall in temperature equals to T1 minus T2 equals to 50 minus T2 degree Celsius, right? And here rise in temperature, therefore rise in temperature because cold body will gain heat, the temperature will rise, equals to T2 minus T1 is equal to T2 minus 18 degree Celsius. Okay, we will continuing this side. So heat lost by water equals to mc delta T, and heat gained by copper equals to mc delta T. Here m value will put 45 into C here 4.2 delta T here 50 minus T2, right? Okay, we'll do this side, draw a little diagram this. Okay, and here m is equal to 50 into C 0.39 into T2 minus 18. Okay, now we will go for the main part of this question according to principle of calorimetry. If you like to write, you can write, otherwise just leave it. but we can think of according to principle of calorimetry, heat lost equals to heat gained. So we write here 45 into 4.2 into 50 minus T2 is equal to 50 into 0.39 into T2 minus 18. Okay, we have to now calculate. Remove decimal point. 10 comes. 5 9s are 45. 5 2s are 10. 2 42 21. Okay, here remove decimal point. 100 comes. 0 0 cut. 5 2s are cut. Now next line, this 2 you can bring here. 2 into 9 into 21 whole into 50 minus T2 is equal to 39 whole into T2 minus 18. Only big calculation, nothing else. So this 2 comes here, that's why 2 into 9 into 21 whole into 50 minus T2 equals to 39. This 2 already gone, that side, right, left side. So T2 minus 18. Now we have to simplify it. By simplifying, you will get here. I am not showing all the calculation. Here 378 whole into 50 minus T2 equals to 39 whole into T2 minus 18. By multiplying, you will get here 18900 minus 378 T2 is equal to 39 T2 minus 702. Now we will continuing. We will continue with the calculation. Here we will bring this 700 to this side and we will bring this one this side. Okay, so 18900 plus 702 is equal to 39 T2 plus 378 T2. Now if you will calculate, you will see here 417 T2 is equal to 19692. 19692. Oh, this is 92. Okay, 92692. So T2 is equal to here 19692 by 417. So we will get here approximately 47.2 degree Celsius. Now this one you have to go for approximately 47 degree Celsius. This is your answer, right? Here the question is, what assumption you have taken? The assumption is that heat lost by hot water is equal to heat gained by copper, and there is no loss of heat energy in the surroundings. Okay, that is your assumption. That means that is the condition of the principle of calorimetry. Principle of calorimetry says that heat lost by hot body is equal to heat gained by cold body, provided no heat lost is taken in the surroundings. So that assumption is here, that no heat lost is taking place in the surroundings. Now let me do the question number 12. Question number 12 here. The questions are a bit lengthy only. Question number 12. Let me read out the question first. The temperature of 600 gram of cold water rises by 15 degree Celsius when 300 gram of hot water at 50 degrees Celsius is added to it. What is the initial temperature of the cold water? Okay, so here cold water and hot water. So whatever is given, let me write first. Mass is given 600 gram, and here the temperature rise means delta T is here 15 degree Celsius. There is no initial temperature, there is no final temperature, but the temperature rise 15 degree Celsius is mentioned here. And for hot water, here mass is given 300 gram and initial temperature 50 degree Celsius. Okay, so we have to first assume that the final temperature of both hot water and cold water will be T2. So let's write that one. Let the final temperature be T2 degree Celsius. Okay, therefore heat lost, because this is hot water, heat lost equals to mc delta T is equal to 300 into C. No need to put the value of C because C is not given, more or less this is cold water, this is hot water, so Cc will be cancelled, and delta T is here. So initial temperature definitely more than final temperature, so T1 minus T2, you can write here 50 minus T2, directly you can write 50 minus T2, and here cold water heat gained, therefore heat gained equals to mc delta T is equal to 600 into C into delta T here 15. Okay, both are in terms of joule. If you want to write joule, otherwise if you don't write, no problem. Now according to principle of calorimetry, heat lost equals to heat gained. So we will write here heat lost 300 into C into 50 minus T2 is equal to 600 into C into 15. C cancelled. 300 to the 600. Okay, so 50 minus T2 is equal to 30. So next line minus T2 is equal to 30 minus 50, then last line here 20 degree Celsius. So T2 here 20 degree Celsius. So we got the final temperature 20 degree Celsius. But according to question, we have to find out the initial temperature of cold water. Now we will be using the second part. We have already noticed that cold water temperature rise by 15 degrees Celsius. So we will be using the second step. Delta T is equal to 15 degree Celsius, and here delta T means here T2 minus T1 is equal to 15 degree Celsius. So here T2, put the value of T2, 20 minus T1 is equal to 15, then minus T1 is equal to 15 minus 20, the last line T1 is equal to 5 degree Celsius. This is your answer for the question number 12. So initial temperature of cold water is here 5 degree Celsius. Okay, let me do the last question, question number 13. Here question number 13, question goes like this. 1.0 kg of water is contained in a 1.25 kilowatt kettle. Calculate the time taken for the temperature of water to rise from 25 degrees Celsius to its boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. Specific heat capacity of water is given. So here the question goes like this. Mass is given and the power of the kettle is given. So you have to use the principle of calorimetry. Mass of water 1.0 kg. So we have to convert this one into gram because power is given in kilowatt. We have to go for wattage. 1000 gram. Initial temperature T1 equals to 25 degree Celsius and final temperature T2 is equal to 100 degree Celsius. So temperature rise delta T you can write T2 minus T1 is equal to 100 minus 25 is equal to 75 degree Celsius, right? SHC is given 4.2 joule gram inverse Kelvin inverse, either Kelvin inverse or degree Celsius inverse, both are same. Therefore heat gained by water equals to mc delta T is equal to 1000 into 4.2 into delta T is here 75. If you want to go for calculation, you can go for that. Otherwise, you can write in this form. So heat gained by water equals to 1000 into 4.2 into 75 joule. Now we will go for heat supplied. So if you have space, you can go side by side. If you have no space, you can go downwards. So heat supplied by heater. Oh no, here it is kettle. Here it is kettle. Heater or kettle, both the same. Kettle equals to P into T. P is given here. P is given here 1.25 kilowatt. So 1.25 into 1000 watt into time is unknown. Remove decimal point. So here we got 1250 T. This much joule. Okay. Now we will go for principle of calorimetry to find out the time. So according to principle of calorimetry, heat gained by water equals to heat supplied by kettle, right? Okay, then we will write here according to principle of calorimetry. If you want to write, otherwise no need to write. Heat gained by water equals to heat supplied by kettle. So here 1000 into 4.2 into 75 is equal to 1250 T. Remove decimal point, 10 comes, 0, 0 cut. So we have got here T is equal to 100 into 42 into 75 by 1250. Now if you will calculate, you will see here it will be, I am not showing the calculation because you know how to cancel. Cancellation you must do yourself, otherwise you will be stuck here only. So T is equal to, here we got 252 second. You can write in terms of second, otherwise you can go for equals to 4 minute 12 second. Any one can be your answer, right? Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, let me know. Please contact me. Thank you so much.